So, as we talked about, in terms of warming up for anything, whether it's playing on the golf course or practicing, we want to get ourselves physically ready to get the most out of what we're going to try and do, whether that's playing or practicing. As I said, I will send you through a little plan of sort of a breakdown of every sort of 5-10 minutes to go through that, so we can sort of sit down, okay, right, well, your session starts with this, and aim roughly sort of ball a minute kind of thing if we can do, okay? Once we've gone through that sequence and warmed up and we're feeling a bit better, we're looking at some full swings now. Okay, now the blue line there kind of indicates kind of the centre of your hand, the club and the body. The left hand one, your head's a little bit behind the ball, but that's nothing to worry about, to be fair. The issue we will see now in the swing was, as you swung back, partly because of sort of the tension in your left arm, you can see already now there's a bit of swaying off the ball with your head's moved off that blue line even more, and your club only gets to about, well, your left arm's probably at 9 o'clock, club sort of towards sort of a 12 o'clock spot. There's a bit of sway off the ball. Now when you put speed into the downswing, because you haven't created power, you feel the need to try and add power coming down. As you come back to the golf ball, your head now is behind the golf ball, your club now is going to bottom out pretty much there. So we hit the mat behind the golf ball. If we're a bit more relaxed, as you are certainly a lot more relaxed now in that left shoulder, we can get the club low enough so we hit the ground. So we hit the mat behind the ball, we might get a reasonable shot on the driving range, because the mat is going to be very helpful in that regard. Out on a golf course, that is just going to be a face full of mud, and the ball's going to dribble about 10 or 15 yards on the range, isn't it? Okay. If you're a bit stiff and a bit tense, haven't warmed up, with that movement you'll probably top the golf ball and it'll scuttle off the side there 50 yards. Okay. And then we have 4 or 5 swings to try and get lower, bend the knees, drop down, and we keep moving things left, right and centre. Okay. So we can set yourself up now. If we go back to where your backswing was there, I'll clear those lines. Okay, this was your swing on the right hand side, left arm or left shoulder particularly, just to feel a little more looser and relaxed. As we go back, head now you can see hasn't moved at all, is it? I mean, it's literally stayed completely still there in the middle part of your head, and at the top of the backswing there's a little bit of movement, that much further back, so now your left arm is up more towards 10 o'clock, and that club now is certainly travelled a lot further, so therefore now we're creating more power. Okay, we've got more power within us to deliver that back to the golf ball. So we come back to strike the golf ball, okay, you can see your head now is staying on that blue line a bit better. We're not so far back behind it. Now what you will see, if I go back to sort of impact, this, as you see, zoom in on here, just watch how the face sort of changes shape and colour. And you actually see this quite clearly, hopefully, as the club comes in. See that big bright there? Yeah. And then it goes back to kind of there, and then back to kind of normal about here. Yeah. That's your miss hitting the golf ball and the club twisting, okay? So that's the club face facing the camera. It's twisted 90 degrees. Because you've got the toe of the club, because you're further from it, so you couldn't reach the centre, so the club just caught the end there. It twists open, and we see on the camera when the club comes through, there's a big blur of brightness, and then it returns back. The shaft, the hands, if you look at the hands don't actually rotate at all. So the club face goes from wide open to square just because of the impact, and that's caused by being back here and stretching through. Okay, you look at impact here now. I make that sort of great strike. You see, no change of colour or brightness with the club. You're striking that golf ball. Your hands here are working the same as they do on there. There's no real change in the hand movement, but the club face now has been twisted because of the way you hit it. That's going to cause shots to go weak to the right, no power, and that's what people feel is how good the strike is, because if your club's doing that twisting, you're going to feel that through the hands, okay? And through to a nice sort of comfortable follow through up on the left side, nice balance, okay? But like I said, for me, the progress from sort of start lesson 1, your sequence now, if we just sort of block this left hand one now, watch this on the right hand side, nice and relaxed, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4, 5, 6 seconds, 7 seconds, good to go, no sway. So there's a lot less going on there in terms of lateral. I mean, you watch this one, it's sort of full speed now on the left hand side. There's sway there, head goes back, and then you come through. There's like a bit of movement side to side. That's a much more exactly. Yeah. And the thing is, if we look at the golf swing, the less variables we can have, the easier that swing is to repeat. Yeah. The other thing as well, being tall as we said, the less lateral movement your spine has, the less stress on your lower back. If your body's doing this, and as you come into the golf ball now, you sort of freeze frame at a certain spot here now. If you're in the golf ball here now, and your back is leaning back there, over time, if you just sort of stood down, just leant back, you feel it sort of pinch and sort of the lower back there.
Yeah.
And if you're then putting driver swings on that, which is going to be a lot faster, the energy now is going to push you even further back. It's just going to be more stress on the body. So when you do go and play golf, you're going to be like, oh, after a few holes, that's a bit tight, a bit sore, which is the one thing we want to definitely avoid. We want golf swings to be healthy first and foremost. And again, the taller we are, myself, we've got to be more aware what the back's doing and the bottom, the spine. If the spine's doing this at the same time doing that, there's a lot of movement there. If we can just do this, open and close the door kind of thing, so the back's thinking, okay, I can make this move sort of regularly, it's not putting too much stress on me, okay. But if we're laterally swaying here, your arms are going there, your back's going there, body parts are going to get out of sync. Okay, so summarise that in terms of the setup. Love the sequence now. You get into the setting position now really, really consistently. You've got to focus now on this shoulder here, kind of going around and back behind you while your head stays there. Simple little drill you can do. Again, in the office, put a club across your shoulders like so, stand there and just twist. And in some ways, actually quite a good one to do while sat on a chair because your hips can't move. So you sit there and just, see how much turn you got. So my hips aren't even, I can barely move at all. It's just sat there now.
I'm sitting like this.
Yeah,
now.
and how much twist now through the shoulders can you get there? You get there, you go great. And you'll start feeling a bit of tension, the pull there in the back as you go back. And just how much rotation, because your hips aren't moving at all, are they? But if you did that then, now I'll do something gently. So if you sort of went this way and tried to turn, you suddenly start, hang on a second, the back sort of sending some message there going, well, that doesn't quite feel as right as it should be. So you can just rotate around that spot, the hips aren't going to move, and that's going to be a really good stretch of the top of the back. Okay. And like I say, with all due respect to most people I teach, James, we've got limited time to go to the range. So if we can say, okay, right, if you could say 2 or 3 times a day in your office, just sit there and just do that, okay, just get a stretch of the body, and then grab an impact bag online somewhere and put a club in the back. They're great. They're really good. I mean, okay, the zip's gone on mine with the first shot. It doesn't matter because you just think exactly. Yeah. Shove your towels and bedding or whatever. Stick it against the wall, and you just have a few half swings in there and just give it a smack. It's really a good feeling to getting over the ball, and what we call covering the ball, because we're coming into the goal, and now it's kind of this way. It's not that way, because you wouldn't do a piece in that bag going. Because you're not trying to lift it up in the air, are you? You're trying to catch the bag with the shaft and the club head. So as you come into impact here now, you're in the golf ball, like a frame, there, kind of with the bag, there. That's kind of if that was a flat line, obviously, okay? You wouldn't try to get back here and try to lift underneath the bag or hit the top of the bag. You're trying to get that club into the back of the ball there. So, make sense?
Absolutely.
Good stuff.